This is Sage, owned by Heather and Jared Meyer in Colorado. And what I'm going to show you guys here is just some of the things I do on work on steadiness. First couple things I do, I try and create spots. So I've got a platform here. I've got a hide-a-pooch over there. And that's just, get them used to staying in a spot. A lot of people use a mat, or a rug. But it just works good on place training if you're in a blind or a boat. Or in a field where you don't have a hide-a-pooch. So the scenario I go through, my son's out there, he's going to throw some marks, is I'll cue her. And there's a couple ways I'll cue her. I'll either just say mark, or I'll blow the call a little bit. So I'm going to start out with blowing the call. Mark, sit, Sage! I'll release her on her name. Get her used to a recall on the whistle. Yell. I want her to return back there. Drop. Sit. Here. Sit. So I'll repeat that. This time I'll just give her a verbal cue. Mark. Sit. Sage! Release on her name. Atta girl. Now if she broke on you, most people tend to say sit right away, but you got to get her back on here first. Heel. Sit. Drop. Sit. Sometimes I'll stagger the shots because, once they hear a space in between, they tend to be a little more wanting to break. So we'll see what she does here. Mark. Sometimes I'll just open my gun, let her hear the shells come out. Sage! This time I'm going to bring her over to I'm going to step to my right for a reason. Heel. Take her off that platform. Here. Sit. Drop. And for the hide-a-pooch, I'll use kennel. Now, if she comes out of there, I'll use the collar, kennel, and push her back. I just corrected her there at the light correction, like get back in there. So I'm going to do a couple things here. We're going to switch to some dead pheasants. And I like to use a combination of deadfalls and birds. So in the off season, your dog's used to something besides birds. You could always put, pheasant wings on some dummies or something if you want to try and simulate that. But it's nice to have, your dog excited to work on both objects. Mark. Sit. Sage! And what I'll do, I'm really showing you how I work on the kenneling and the hide-a-pooch. Here. So I'll have her come over to here. Heel. Sit. Drop. Sit. Kennel. I'll do a few more of these out of the hide-a-pooch. So you want that to kind of become her spot if you're working out of that. Mark. Sit. There I shot more over her. Sage! There again, if she broke before you sent her, you gotta get her stopped to get her back. Here. There you go. Good girl. Heel. drop. Good. Kennel. Now here's how I really get these dogs steady the fastest. You notice I've been just sending her right away out of here on her name. So this is a good little trick I learned years ago, but instead of this time sending her on her name, I'm actually going to call her over to my side. And I'm going to separate myself now. So I'm farther apart from her. Mark. Heel. Sit. Sage. So that's just, if you're having trouble getting your dog steady, get in a routine of not just sending them, have them move over to you to create that process of them thinking and waiting for their command. Drop. Kennel. Kennel. There. So there's a case. She kind of went in, she didn't go in, so I used simulation. As I was saying kennel, I held it on. As soon as she committed to it, I let off. So that's how you would correct that. So if you're out like moving decoys around, you want your dog to wait and not come out running around with you. That's just a good way to work that. Steadiness, or waiting in their hide-a-pooches while you're putting decoys out. So I'll do one more of those. So the concept is I'm going to call her into my side first. Mark. Heel. Heel. You can see she was anticipating going, so she didn't quite come in. Sage. So you can see how important just, maintaining these mechanics while you're working her is huge. Atta girl. Heel. Sit. Drop. Good. Kennel. Heel. Heel. Sit. So that's Sage, owned by Heather and Jared Meyer from Colorado, working on some steadiness.